Okay, so today we are going to work on the Flippin' Frenzy collaboration with the Sonnet membership group. And Sonnet actually drew my name, so she sent me these items. I'm still a little stumped on this guy, not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. A nice big wooden box, some folder or photo holder clip things. And you know, I love making vintage photo holders. I just did one in my last video, so we may end up doing something like that with this salvage piece here. Look at this beautiful basket. Now it's got, I think, grass weaved into it. I do actually really love the color, but it's a nice basket. But I think what I want to do is she also sent me this gorgeous fabric. And so I think I'm going to incorporate the fabric probably on the top and paint some Fusion Elderberry, which is this really pretty like purple red. And I think that would pair really good. So we'll see how that turns out. But anyway, let's get started and see what I come up with. All right, so obviously I still have my laryngitis, but I do want to go ahead and just do the voiceover for you guys. So we're going to start out with this salvage piece, and I thought I was going to turn it into a photo holder, but I decided I'm going to go ahead and put a bird on top. And so I wanted to give it a little bit of a spring color, so I'm going to use Artichoke from Sweet Pickins Milk Paint. And with milk paint, it is a powder form, so you do 1 part powder, 1 part water, and you mix it up and then you let it sit for about 10 minutes until it's like a milkshake consistency. And then you're going to go ahead and paint it. Now, I did paint a pretty thick coat, and I wanted that wood to pop through because I absolutely love the color. It's just a gorgeous brown. And so I only put 1 coat of milk paint on there, and I dried it with my heat gun really well to get it to chip and crackle. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my Fusion's clear wax and put 1 coat of wax on it to seal it in. And then this next part, we're going to use some of the DIY's liquid patina called Dark and Decrepit. And I'm going to put it on that bird to give it more of an antique look. And then I just use a paper towel to remove the excess. So to glue it on, I'm going to go ahead and use some of my Gorilla Glue. You can use E6000. And then I also use a little bit of hot glue for that instant bond. And this project's pretty much done. So the next project, I have that wooden box, that really pretty wooden box, and I didn't want to waste the rest of my milk paint. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a really thin coat. Again, I want that beautiful brown to pop through. And I'm going to just do 1 coat and use my heat gun to dry it. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my Tough Coat Matte in Fusion to seal it up. And all of the Fusion products are available on my website at thereclaimedranch.com. And then once I dry this sealer, we're going to go in with a fun transfer from Redesign called My Honey. It's beautiful florals that are in the yellows and orange family. Look at how pretty this is. And this is on my website as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some beautiful flowers all the way around. And I love these boxes because you can use them to store stuff in. You can flip it over and use it as a riser. They're just a really, really great item to have around for pretty home decor as well as something functional. So if you've never used a transfer, you take the backing off and you place it where you want it, and then they give you a little tool to use to push the transfer down. And I always put my finger underneath that clear plastic part and kind of rub both sides, and that way it makes it a lot easier. And then you just want to take that plastic piece and burnish it in. And then once I have all my florals on there, I'm going to go ahead back over the top with my Fusion Tough Coat mat to seal in the transfers to the box. And then that one will be complete. And I think this is just a really, really pretty transfer against that green. Those oranges and yellows pop really nicely. And this next project, she gave me some of these little clips to hold folder or photos or ephemera, stuff like that. And I had an old light socket that I'm going to use, ceramic light socket, as my base. And so, you know, I never throw anything away because you never know what you can make out of them. So I'm going to go in and change the color with some Rub and Buff Antique Gold. Instead of the silver, I want a nice gold color. And then I'm going to use some hot glue down in the base there and stick it down. I did have to cut that ring down a little bit to fit in there. But now we're going to just put some greenery in there to kind of hide the base of it. And that's pretty much done. I mean, these are such cute little things to have in your vignettes around your home. To hold, you know, little photos of your kids or grandkids, and it's just so much fun. And then I found a couple of random pieces of wood. I think they used to be little tiny legs for something, so I'm just going to cut down these other two, do the same thing with the Rub and Buff, with the gold. I'm going to drill a hole on the top and then just hot glue them into that. And then I'm going to go ahead and hot glue some greenery on top. It did have a couple of spots that were the finish was coming off, so I'm going to use some Dark and Decrepit to go over that and make them look a little bit better and more cohesive. And then once that's set, these guys are complete, and it's a cute little set of 3 of them. Actually, I liked the way they turned out. All right, so we are going to tackle that basket for this project. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and paint the green part with the Fusion Elderberry. I did 2 full coats and let it dry. And then we're going to go in and add some fabric to the top. We're going to go and paint the inside of it with some really pretty damask from Fusion. It's like a dusty rose color. And then we're going to add some florals to the front of it with some resin. So this one took quite a while to get done. There was a lot of steps that were involved. And I also used the Dark and Decrepit on the wood parts on the top and the bottom there. And then at the very end, I used some antique copper Rub and Buff to do the handles because they are actually metal. So I'll let you sit back and enjoy some music while we go through all these steps, and I hope you enjoy.
Headlights on the highway, if you only knew, being back here always makes me think of you. When the world is sleeping, do you think of me? With the road it's coming back again, coming back to me. I remember the long drives, the late nights in your car. I remember Windows down, empty streets. You were all I used to know. You and I, forever, forever ago. And you used to drive me home. Now I drive alone. You and I, forever, forever, forever ago. This town's so quiet, this time of year, with the road ahead's coming back again, coming back to me. I remember the long drives, the late nights in your car. I remember it all. Windows down, empty streets. You were all I used to know. You and I, forever.
Okay, so the burning question is, what did I do with the Christmas tree topper? So what I decided to do is I'm just going to kind of break some of these off and flatten down the top part to where it's kind of just all level on the top there. And then we're going to add some moss, some sticks, some grass. We're going to make a bird's nest out of this guy. Yeah, it took me a hot minute to figure out what in the world to do with this, but once I got going, I thought it turned out pretty cute. So, yeah, I'm just going to use my hot glue gun to add some of the grass and add some sticks and, because birds, they find a little bit of everything to put in their nests. So I wanted it to look pretty realistic. And then the little birds that I ended up putting in here, little white birds at the end, I bought from the Goodwill bins, I bought 4 or 5 of them. So they probably only cost me like less than 50 cents. And then I put a couple of eggs in there as well. So these are the little birds. They have little clips on them. You can clip too. But I just went ahead and hot glued them in. And they're super soft. So I thought it turned out pretty cute. And so then I was like, oh, I need to do something with the base. And I had downstairs this cement, I don't know if you call them like urns or planter. And I'm going to use my Star Bond thick glue because it's very hardy, and then that spray was an accelerator to make it harden quickly. So it's like a super glue. And then I'm going to go ahead and just glue in some moss over the whole bottom there, and that one was finished. So here they are. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. I'm sorry that I'm still kind of groggy from my laryngitis, but hoping to feel better by next week. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this flipping frenzy. There's like 18 or 19 people in this whole collaboration, I believe. And so we're splitting it in 2 days. So the first batch was today, and then tomorrow will be the second batch. So please click on those playlists and watch everybody, because I had to send 5 random items to Marla. And I am super excited to see what she did with my my items, because I don't think I was as nice to her as Sonnet was to me. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know in the comments what was your favorite. Please consider subscribing if you're new to my channel. It does help me grow, and I will see you guys next Monday. We're going to go thrifting, and we're going to take some items that are broken, fix them, and style them. So take care, you guys, and we'll see you then. Bye.